So I'm here at LAX. I was meant to fly into Acapulco for the Anarcapulco conference, but that's not happening because when I fly into the States, because the United States government is effectively owned by Israel, I'm treated like a terror suspect. The Israeli Defense Forces said in 2010, in the aftermath of the Mavi Marmara attack in which they murdered 9 people, executed 6 of them, 2 days after I was released, after refusing to submit to the Israeli bullshit, 2 days after they released me, they said I was an operative of, quote, operative of the Hamas terrorist organization, and that I was in fact going to Gaza to, quote, form and train a commando unit for Hamas. Absolute fucking joke. What a bunch of Keystone Cop fucking assholes. They had me in their possession for over a week. They murdered 9 people, and they fucking let me go and figured out apparently within 48 hours that I was an operative of the Hamas terrorist organization. It is a fucking joke, and it shows how ridiculous the US government is, that it honors the Israeli lies, because of course it's owned. And just watch Netanyahu go to the US Congress 3 fucking times, and you'll see who owns the US government. It is a disgusting, disgraceful state of affairs, and every time I fly into the US, I deal with this bullshit of being treated like a terror suspect. So what fucking ever. I flew into LAX yesterday, dealt with the same old bullshit. The guys on the ground are polite, but at the end of the day, they're taking my own personal property and scanning it and all that bullshit. So today I was to fly out, and lo and behold, I went to get on the flight, and the normal procedure is TSA, Homeland Security, those fucking jokers. Basically, they, check through everything, and they follow me in the airport. They literally follow me into the toilets when I'm in the U.S. It is a fucking joke. And today, I do as I always do. I opt out of the body scanner machine because the body scanners are fucking bullshit. You're exposing yourself to more shit. It's like vaccines and chemtrails and all the poisons they put in our food, the drugs they dose us with. I'm not getting in that damn thing. Keep in mind, I'm an ex-US Marine. I served in the first Gulf War. And remember this is not bullshit. This is absolutely verifiable. The Food and Drug Administration provided a waiver of consent to the US military so that they could administer experimental drugs to us, injections and pills that were given to us. These were experimental drugs and pills that we were ordered to take in the first Gulf War. 600,000 plus American sons and daughters ordered to take experimental drugs. No different from what Adolf Hitler is accused of doing, experimenting on Jews and gypsies and all the rest. The US government did that because the Food and Drug Administration gave a waiver, so they didn't need to inform us of the long-term risk of these experimental drugs, nor get our consent. We were simply ordered to do so. This is part of why I refuse to trust the US government. They have no moral authority whatsoever, and these fucking body scanners, aside from taking a picture of you perfectly naked through all your clothes and whatnot, are dousing you with bullshit that is, you can bank, is not good for you. Anyway, I refused. I always consent to them feeling me up, feeling my balls and my ass and all that sort of shit, so they can be sure that I'm not carrying dangerous weapons up my ass and around my fucking body. But apparently that's not enough. The Homeland Security TSA has now apparently changed their rules so that a guy like me, a security risk like me, has to be actually put through the body scanner. I refused. Therefore, I am now technically unable to leave the United States by air travel unless I consent to this. Go fuck yourself. And by the way, I want to mention, when I came in yesterday and I was asked questions by Customs and Border and all that stuff, I want to make clear, I told these guys they're on the ground, they're basically doing what they got to do, although that's what the Nazis did according to the official history, just following orders. But nonetheless, I treat them with respect, even though I don't appreciate what they're being ordered to do. And I told them to tell their authorities, the ones at the top of the pyramid in the FBI, in TSA, Homeland Security, and I mean it, I said it directly to them. I want you to tell your bosses, go fuck yourself. Fuck off from me. And I will not consent to your bullshit. And I don't care how many Americans are willing to throw the US Constitution down the fucking toilet or whatnot. I say go fuck those who are doing this shit. The US government is a body of traitors, all of them, 100%, without exception. And I'm not going to bow to this shit. So here I am back in Homeland fucking Securityville, the United States, the jokers that are basically carrying out Israeli Jewish orders And I'm not going to consent. I do not submit. So for now, I'm actually stuck in the United States. I will not consent to a body scan. And ultimately, I'm not crying, you know, woe is me. I really, you know, this stuff motivates me. But honestly, I want you to know one other thing. This is by order. I want this name out there. The Deputy Assistant to the Federal Security Director of Homeland Security, TSA. Her name is Tamara Thomas. She is the one who affirmed that I am not allowed to get onto a flight unless I submit to a body scan. So again, that's Deputy Assistant to the Federal Security Director. Her name is Tamara Thomas. T-A-M-A-R-A, Thomas, T-H-O-M-A-S. And the manager here on the ground who refused me first is Brandon Brown. His phone number is 310-258-4848. I say enough, really. You know, again, I repeat, according to the official version of history, the Nazis on the lower ranking end were just following orders. What is the difference between those men and women on the ground in the TSA, Homeland Security, who are following the orders that defile the U.S. Constitution? And shame on us that American so-called patriots are handing over this nation to your children in a state where they have no constitutional rights whatsoever. The founding fathers of this nation actually had some balls and did something. Hypocrites that they were on many counts. They gave us something. And what do? Like little spoilt brats, we flushed it down the toilet. And we give our children nothing. Shame on us all for allowing this state of affairs. I hope 2016 is the year we really collectively say, go fuck yourselves. We do not consent or submit to your fucked up system. There is no moral authority at all in the U.S. government or the police forces, the courts, none of it. The media, bunch of prostitute liars. Anyway, I've just about had it with this fucking bollocks. I think it's the last time I enter this godforsaken country. Really, enough is enough. I am disgusted by the activities of my birth nation in foreign lands and also here in the so-called homeland. Fucking disgrace.